I see. I understand. Prosecutor Edgeworth? It appears you've got it a good hand.
Objection!
Whoa. I guess he's not glad I understand. My argument isn't over yet. Objection overruled. Oh my god, this guy is such a tool! Ugh. Hey now, that's a little harsh. Sebastian, would you allow me the privilege of explaining? Sure, Justine. If you let me explain my reasoning afterwards. No. Okay. Do you finally realize? The murder occurred in the detention center. Therefore, that assassin's pet dog. My opinion has not changed. Unless I can understand how the dog was able to enter and leave the crime scene. I'm afraid I cannot accept your logic, Prosecutor Edgeworth. Well, good for you. I've got a way of showing you that. Although I still don't think it was the dog, it was the bear, but let's ignore that for now.
Hold it!
I've been waiting for you to say that. Now, let me show you. My penis! I mean my evidence. And then my penis. Where the dog used to go between the detention center and the prison. Tunnel footprints. Boom. Bitch. This photo. Take that. Wait, he already said that, didn't he? It shows a secret tunnel hidden in the prison. Secret tunnel. That's impossible. The secret tunnel? Actually, it's very possible. This tunnel was dug by the escaped prisoner, J. Elbert. It would make sense. He's a jailbird. And jailbirds, I think the name of jailbird comes from, you know, someone who, like, escapes the jail, like, flies away to freedom as, like, a bird, so to speak. I think that's the idea of that term. Or I could be completely wrong, but I believe that's what a jailbird is supposed to be. So maybe that was foreshadowing. His name was foreshadowing that he escapes. I don't know. It begins in his prison cell. And it's connected to a holding cell in the detention center. Guess whose holding cell? Namely, the victim's cell. Actually, if we're doing names, you're supposed to say Horace Knightley. Saying the victim isn't saying anyone's name. Just so you know, Edgeworth. Okay? We're clear on this? Good. Dun 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 dun! I'm shocked. How did this... Dogan, you must have known of this. You know everything, after all. I'm not even gonna say that, okay? You know what, Edgeworth? I don't think you would miss this. Come on, Sod gave you the idea.
Overruled!
Wow, just show everyone, every single time. Like it's happening over and over. In the name of the goddess of law, I hereby reject Prosecutor Edgeworth's claim. Okay, what's the grounds? I probably believe you, because I don't believe he did it, but go ahead.
Hold it!
What do you mean?
Overruled!
Overruled what? All I did was ask a question. Evidence is everything. That remains true here, just as in the courtroom. Isn't that right? I have evidence here. Horace Knightley's autopsy report. Autopsy report? Since when? What a tool! Why are you surprised? This was delivered straight from the police a short while ago. It's not complete yet. More of a preliminary report. Here. The very word of the goddess of law is written. Cause of death, stab wound to the neck. Died instantly. Murder weapon, sharp metal object. Bullshit! It's a fucking forged autopsy report. I don't like you. The victim was stabbed multiple times in the same spot with a sharp object. Well, even if that's the case, couldn't teeth be counted as a sharp object? Although they were unable to determine the actual shape of the murder weapon. They have clear proof that it was a sharp metal object. So, do you still stand by your claim? Well, I mean, why not? That a dog used a sharp object to kill the victim? Well, if it was Dogen's dog, I'm pretty sure he could have. If he could clean up blood, that is. If it was Rocky? Maybe still. I don't know how well trained Rocky was. This can't be! That is all. The court is adjourned.
Objection!
But wait, the tunnel contains the dog's footprints. Perhaps it may have been one of Anubis's walking courses. I can never tell what Anubis gets up to outside my cell. Something feels unnatural about all this, but I have no evidence. Courtney Pie, you sure pulled out a hidden gem at the very last moment. She waited for the perfect time to reveal the autopsy report. Have I let her out with me again? Appointed Attorney Shields. Here's the autopsy report from earlier. I apologize for the delay. No, it's alright. Thank you. Okie dokie. I'll have to take a look at that. Right now. I always take a look at things as soon as I can. Preliminary report suggests cause of death was a stab to the neck by a sharp metal object. Victim died instantly. Horace Knightley, age 24. Cause of death, stab wound to the neck, died instantly. Murder weapon, sharp metal object. Huh. It doesn't say anywhere there was multiple stabs. Just saying. But, it could have... Can you mistake a fangs for a sharp metal object? I don't know. Maybe. Maybe they're gonna have something that's like, oh, well, you can't mistake dogs, but bears are actually similar? I don't know. Maybe that'll be the big turning point where it's just like, Eureka! Mr. Shields, I don't believe it's necessary to hold hands while exchanging documents. Sure it is, and then we hug. I advise you to stop. Huh? Persist any longer, and I shall call on the strength of the goddess of law. She's gonna hit you with the gavel. I'll be careful. Justine! Oh, well done. Just as I planned, haha! I only acted in accordance to your instructions. Bullshit. You know what? I feel like he wouldn't be made... What is it? He wouldn't be put up here just to be a tool. I think he's like feigning... Okay, I guess, you know what? I'm calling it right now. He's feigning stupidity. Either there's one of two things is gonna happen. He's either feigning stupidity, and in the last case, it'll turn out that he's some big bad and he's just been acting stupid all this time. Or he's not acting. He's just kind of a dumbass. But he'll be the one who ends up, at least unintentionally solving the final case, because he'll have stumbled on something. And he won't realize that he did until late in the case, but then Edgeworth will put the pieces together. And it's like, it's because of you that we can solve the case, kinda, or something. One of those two things. Anyways, the autopsy report came straight from the police. I can't refute it. Sure you can. You just need proof that they're dirty. However, if the murder weapon wasn't the dog, Dogen would be cleared of suspicion. Could the dog not use a sharp metal object? If it was Dogen's dog, he could. I still don't think it was Dogen's dog, but he totally could. Anubis is a smart dog, as we've learned already. If you choose to yield now, your badge will not be taken. What'll you do, sir? She says that, but... My answer remains the same. Judge Courtney, it is as I said before. I will see my job through. I will not yield to threats. So even now, you still refuse to give up? If you want to keep your badge, this may be your last chance. Fuck my badge! I mean, don't. I want to keep my badge, actually. But, right now, I'm a defense attorney's assistant. What I protect is not my badge. Exactly. What I protect is the defense attorney's honor. And my clients. That's what I meant. They're the same thing. I'm still getting used to this whole defense attorney thing. The Garza law grows wary of your sentiments. Now we're talking. Oh, come on. He's had his cool objection. So if they're not a main character, they're not allowed to have anything but objection? That's silly. I don't know. I'm done with that, though. Okay, no more bringing that up. Probably, unless I forget. Miles is starting to understand that the defense attorney never gives up. Actually, those are the words of your old man. My father. It really is in your blood. You're the spitting image of him right now. You said it yourself. You've changed since you were tainted by Von Karma. It's only now that I've actually come to believe it. Alright, cool. No wonder you're not one of the 5 people up here. You aren't either my partner or trying to kick my ass. Only rivals can go up there. Rivals and partners. And you're kind of a partner, but you're not partner enough. You're like in that obscure zone. So you don't count. You're not good enough to be up here. Mr. Shields. Well then, Miles. Now's the time to put those skills to the test. Think beyond your limits. So I guess he really would be the bad XP. Because Bad was awesome, but he wasn't up here. So, although I don't think this guy's as cool as Bad, not yet. If the murder weapon was a sharp object, does that really negate your reasoning? The murder weapon was a sharp object. That's it. What? Are you gonna realize now that Dogen's dog could have used a sharp object? Or that his teeth count? If his teeth count, then this whole section has been pointless. Because how else do we think he killed them? There were 5 chisels placed inside this special cell. Dogen is a former assassin. It's quite possible he could kill someone with just a chisel. In that case, the weapon that killed Horace Knightley was... Is that all? Well then, I suppose we'll be giving up. Evidence is everything. Didn't you say? Okay, now I'm starting to get a little confused. It was Rocky that killed him, right? I mean, they talked about how all the animals were temporarily painted black. So, and the animal that killed him in the video looked smaller than Anubis. So it was definitely Rocky. But how would he kill him with a sharp metal object? That's the thing that's confusing me now, which is why I'm like, maybe this is correct? I'm almost certain it's not, but go on. The murder weapon was a sharp metal object. However, such a weapon is yet to be found. What? So what are you trying to say? The only decisive evidence is the actual murder weapon itself. And that was in plain sight this whole time. The real murder weapon is... Dogen's chisel!